Welcome to day 9 of our 30-day pelvic floor challenge. So today we are again working on co-contractions, and this time we're going to focus on co-contraction between the pelvic floor and the glutes. So for this we're going to come to a position where we're laying down. We're just going to come first into all fours, lower yourself onto the floor, and then we're going to make a little pillow with our hands. Just rest the head on the hands and give the hips a little wiggle to start. So like yesterday, we're going to be focusing on the co-contraction. So we're going to focus first on lifting the pelvic floor. Now, again, this is an endurance hold with an RPE of 4. So you're just going to take that gentle hold, and then we're going to just activate the right leg. I want you to reach the leg away from you, and then you're going to lift the foot while pressing the hip into the floor. Now you're still holding your co-contraction. This is not the easiest thing you will ever do, which is hold. So you have a little contraction. It's the contraction of the glute. It's lifting the leg, you're reaching the leg away, and you're keeping that co-contraction. And it's okay if the leg shakes a little. You can see that mine is. It's quite challenging. And lower the leg down. Okay, relax your glutes. Give everything a little shake. We're going to do the same on the other side. So take your pelvic floor contraction first. So the glutes, everything else is nice and soft. And it's an RPE of 4. So you're not contracting anything here but the gentle pelvic floor first. And then you're going to activate the left leg, reach the leg away from you, and just gently lift it up. Now keep the co-contraction on the pelvic floor. So you're squeezing the glute to get the leg up, pressing the hip into the floor, making sure that you're not lifting too high. You just want to lift enough that you can keep that hip on the floor, keep the contraction on the pelvic floor, keep reaching that leg away, keep it nice and active, and lower it down. Give everything a little wiggle. Very important to get these little wiggles in, loosens everything up. Okay, we're going to do another round of this, and then we're going to do some little pulses of the leg, and with the pulse we're going to do a quick flick instead of just holding the endurance. So resting the head again. So we're going to take our little pelvic floor contraction. We have an RPE 4, and then we're going to activate the right leg, reach the foot away, and then we're going to lift it up. So again, we're contracting the glutes. So it's not the world's strongest gluteal contraction to get the leg to here. Now, if you can't lift it so high, that's okay. Just take it to wherever you can, but keep holding the pelvic floor with this gluteal contraction. So this is an activation of your glute max. If you're not very strong, this can be hard. And lower it down. Give everything a little bit of a wiggle. We're just going to do that now again on the opposite side. So we're going to first take the RPE 4 on the pelvic floor. So we have our little pelvic floor contraction. Don't lose it. Keep holding. So activate the left leg, reach the leg away, and just gently lift it up. Now keep holding that pelvic floor contraction. Now as you're doing this, your glute is active. So if you feel it with your finger, you should feel that it is firm, and you should still be holding your pelvic floor. This isn't easy, is it? No, it's quite challenging. So feel the engagement. You feel maybe shaking a little. You can see mine is shaking a little. Keep holding and release. We give it a little shake. Okay, now we're going to do the same, but instead of holding a contraction, when we lift the leg up, we're going to pulse, and then we're just going to squeeze a little more, shall we say, when you do your pulse. So squeeze the pelvic floor and relax a little, squeeze, relax a little, squeeze, relax a little. So just like, almost like you're trying to do the quick flick on your pelvic floor while you are doing a little pulse with the glute. So making a little pillow, resting your head. We're going to first take a little RPE 4 on the pelvic floor. We're going to lift the leg, we're going to reach it away. So then we're going to do a little pulse. So, and with each time you lift your leg, and contract your pelvic floor. So just lift and try to contract and release. So try to feel the activation through the pelvic floor. This is very interesting. If you're not used to doing these, it's going to feel quite challenging. And release. So hopefully you were feeling there, turning on and off of the pelvic floor each time you lifted the leg. You might notice that it doesn't go completely to like a full relaxation when you start with that little activation, but try this. It's a really great way to sense the pelvic floor in relation to the gluteal movement. So let's do it again on the opposite side. So we're going to relax first, give everything a little wiggle, make sure there's no tension. Then we're going to first take our contraction on the pelvic floor, activate the leg, reach away, and then we're going to pulse. And as you're pulsing, you're contracting and releasing your pelvic floor. So you're just trying to grip, 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 and relax and give everything a little wiggle. Okay, put the hands down, come back up. So now we're going to do our little relaxation pose. Hopefully that wasn't too hard on your glutes. It shouldn't really be. They're not the world's strongest glute contractions, but we are going to do a little bit of a release now that will both kind of stretch out the gluteal muscles and the pelvic floor. And for this, I'm going to actually do the supported wide-legged child's pose. So I have a bolster and a blanket close by. I'm going to use both of those. So with the blanket, you can just fold it over. Now you can put a blanket under your knees as well if you want for this, but I'm just going to use the one blanket and I'm going to put it underneath my heels. So I'm sitting on it. Big toes are touching, knees are about the width of the mat. You're going to take the bolster in so that it's close to the groin, and then you're going to just allow yourself to come forward. Just let the head rest. We're going to take this one also for 3 minutes. I want you to allow the shoulders to relax. Let the belly hang. Feel the glutes and try to let the stretch across the glutes release everything we've just been stretching. Allow your neck to be soft. Make sure you're not gripping with your fingers. And then bring a general all-over relaxation. So imagine that you can feel everything from the soles of your feet to the palms of your hand and the top of your head, and relax everything in between. Allowing the breath to just flow naturally in and out. If you have your head facing one way, you can gently inhale and allow the head to come to the other side, because we're halfway there with our 3 minutes. So just allowing everything to become heavier and noticing if you find any tension in your body. This is a very supported position, so maybe you don't find any tension. And that's okay. It's really good to just relax and let go. To learn to feel your tension and to allow it to dissipate. Imagine that each inhalation and exhalation is taking the tension away. And then starting to take the first of 3 long, deep breaths. With each inhalation, imagine that you can take the breath all the way down into your glutes. With each exhalation, allow everything to relax a little deeper. Then inhaling to take the tension from your pelvic floor. So feel the expansion on the inhale, and on the exhale, breathe out the tension. One last deep inhalation, and as you exhale, releasing your hands, gently pressing them into the floor, and very slowly we come back up. So moving your bolster and your little blanket, that is our little practice for today. I hope you have enjoyed this little activation, little co-contraction between your pelvic floor and your glutes. Very good to do more than once, of course, but do practice where you find your body. and be kind and compassionate with yourself as you practice. If you feel that it's too much, then do one of the earlier videos, take a little step down and then work at the lower level before moving up. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.